obviously proud of our effort in the second half to make a credible comeback. Credit goes to our players. I called that timeout when we were down, whatever it was, 23, and I essentially just told them they have to figure it out and that I was done helping them to figure it out. And I left the huddle, and they huddled up, and I don't know what happened in that huddle, but obviously the team that came out on the court is a team I haven't seen in a while, to be quite honest. That's the team that won 9 straight games earlier in the season. That's the team that battled and won at Southern Miss. And I told them in the locker room after the game, I haven't seen that team since we played at Southern Miss. With that grit, that passion, that chip on their shoulder. We played with that early, and we had lost that, and I don't know why. And I hate losing, but I do think what we found in ourselves over the second half of that game is what we needed to find again. And at this point, obviously, we're trying to position ourselves the best we can for the conference tournament. And if that team shows up every game, every practice, I like our chances. I don't care who that we play. So in terms of the game, obviously, we can't get into a hole like that in the future, but I think they know that. Like I said, I think what we learned about ourselves tonight is we have really great talent on this team, but we have to play with grit and heart and toughness. And when we do that, gosh, it's fun to watch and it's fun to coach. And now it's their time. We have 5 games left, and it's their time to take this season over and be that team that we saw. And I fully expect that we'll see that down the stretch. I knew that question was coming.
We basically just talked. For one, we said we're not losing by 30 on TV, but we just said we know what we need to do and we need to go out here and do it, and that was basically it. It wasn't nothing like you want like a juicy story. It wasn't nothing that bad. It was just like we know what we need to do. We need to go out here and do it, and we went out there and did it. I can always give credit to C. She doesn't seem like she's much of a talker. You wouldn't think she would get like loud like that, but most of the time when we're in huddles like that, it's always Sierra that's getting in the huddles and yelling, saying, "We can do this, y'all, come on." And Grace kind of just like her hype man and just on her saying, "Let's go, y'all, we got this." And then the rest of us we just followed their lead.
Well, I think it's important to understand that you never should quit. You're going to face adversity in life. You're going to face hard things, and I talked to our team about this before the game. Adversity makes you bend, but it shouldn't break you. And we saw all the adversity we could probably handle up until that point. And I just love the grit and the fight in our team, that they refuse to quit, they refuse to go down, and that characteristic is certainly important for the game of basketball, but way more important for the game of life. Yeah, one, I think our intensity defensively was a lot better. 2, we took the double off. We were trying to double team Alex Johnson, and we just didn't feel that it was very effective because we weren't getting to it quick enough, and we were making her a passer, but a passer to wide open shooters. And then we also weren't able to rebound out of the double because it caused a rotation for us. So we took that off in the second half, but we told our 4-player, which was Grace, most of the time to continue to help. And we were able to turn them over a little bit with some deflections and just kind of helping on her. And, that led to some great transition baskets for us, which makes a huge difference for us. Well, I'll say Nye played the hardest I've seen her play defensively in a while. And when she plays like that, we're a much different team. And we need that from her. And, she certainly got some great blocks down there, but she also moved her feet and got around and made it very difficult for Alex Johnson to score. And that's effort. That's effort. And, again, that's a team I haven't seen in a while. That's an eye on defense I haven't seen in a while, and we need that the rest of the season. That was great. I've talked at length about C and what she's meant to this program, not just as a three-point shooter, but as a person, and as a player who has paid her dues and worked her way up. And wasn't always easy for her, and went through great adversity, and is now probably the most well-respected player between her and Lefty, are just highly respected on this team, and that's because of who she is, not what she does. And I think all those things you think about when you're giving that kid that ball.